Hey everybody, Lalixium here, and we got some exciting news. We've actually finished the farm, so it took a long time to do. You can catch a little glimpse of it over there, but I wanted to walk back through over the bridge to show you guys that I've worked on increasing some of the detail here in the town inside the walls. Next project is going to be over there, but we'll talk about that later. For now, we're going to make our way over to the farm. Um, got this new bakery. Some of you may not have seen this. I haven't had a full video in a while, so some of you may have missed this in shorts. But that was just built. I also built this in a long play, this nice wall and gatehouse here. Hello, donkey. Let's keep on going. I built some barricades here. This kind of for protection for this side. This side might have a lot of war on it. We got a pit here with some spikes in it. But anyways, we're getting off track here. Let's head on over to the farm. There it is. There's what I've been working on. It took me about 14 hours to build. Took quite a long time to build. Placing all that wheat over there is a lot of work. Believe it or not, even in creative mode, it's still a ton of work. But let's head on over here, and we'll pass through the palisade wall and gate. I figured if the wall on this side had to be defended, then you probably should defend the farm too. So we built up a nice little palisade wall, and we got a gate that comes down, operated by those little wheels up there. And you can see Golden Ranch here. There's a little store behind that. We'll get to that here in a minute. We got a sign here that tells you where the farm is and the export barn. We'll go to the farm first. I'll show you guys this. Some of you guys suggested that I add more greenery to the area, so I have gone through and added more bushes, tall grass, added these lanterns to the path. There's our windmill. We'll get to that in just a second. It's just one of the two windmills. But we'll get on over here to the farm, pass through this little walkway area. Put a lot of detail into the farmhouse. And again, we added more greenery to that to add more detail to it all. We got their silo here, and there's a cow barn. Here's their little well. This is a little 3x3 well that we built in a short. If you guys want to see that design, check that out. But for now, we can go inside, and nobody's taken a look inside the farmhouse yet, so nobody's seen in here yet. We're gonna go on and hop in here. We got some nice little trees here, pots, and we'll shut the doors too. We got a chest which doesn't have anything in it yet. They don't have any belongings yet. We got another wardrobe here with two double chests in it. This is a nice little design. We got our living room here, where they can sit down and relax and just kind of chill from being outside and working the field all day. Big, huge table. It's got to be a big family, and they serve a lot of food since they work on a farm, so had to have that. Here's a nice little kitchen that we got. Got some nice cabinets and a little stove, and some sinks here with water in them. Nice window to show you the city from inside. Got some greenery coming down over it too. Barrels for lots of storage, and pots for water or whatever else they might store in there. Over here we've got a little closet. It's got a little chest to store your things in, or a little coat rack to hang your stuff over, you know. And then we've got another window here overlooking to the cow barn. Some of the cows are out roaming around, I guess. They're not really supposed to be doing that, but you know, that's okay. Upstairs here we've got a bedroom. Here we've got a nice double bedroom. It's got the new bookshelves in it, where you can actually store books in it. I haven't stored any books in this yet. Haven't stored any books in the world at all yet. We need to make some books. So let's head on back down. There's another little view. When that part of the city is done, we'll come back in here and have to look over at the entire completed city. We'll have to get that from many different views once we get there. Let's head back outside, and we'll go take a look at the cow barn. Close these doors again. I got some hay here for the silo. We'll get to that in just a second. Hello, cow. You're not supposed to be out of your pen. Get back in there. Here is our cow barn. We built it with a 3-wide door here, so I kind of had to adjust the doors there, but if the doors were actually closed, they would actually work. You'd be able to use them just like that. So, you know, add a little bit of imagination, you know, from SpongeBob. But we'll do that. We got a little work area up here where they stored more hay. These are just for the cows. They have plenty of wheat to feed them for sure. I mean, look at all that wheat. There's just so much, just way too much. Apparently, we have two chickens in the cow pen as well. I don't know why they're in there, but that's fine, I guess. They got some milk jugs over there and some water jugs. Let's go ahead and let's just go inside here. Close this up, and we'll just head on in here. Got this little grass, like muddy area where these cows have been just stepping all over everything. They've got tons and tons of hay to eat. I'm not really sure how they're getting out. I guess they're pushing each other out. They got a nice little water trough to help keep them watered. They even have a couple flowers just to, spruce up their little sty pen. It's kind of gross in here, so we're gonna go back over here, and we're gonna go back through here. Now let's go take a look at this silo. We got a little cart here too. This little cart, we'll get to where this is going next. Well, not next. We'll get to that towards the end there. They can store their wheat on there and move it around to that area over there, which we'll get to that in just a second. We'll throw an egg. Nothing. Then we got this pull system here to pull the hay up to the silo and up into it, so you can store your hay in the silo for the winter, so you don't have to worry about it, getting ruined from rain or anything else like that. It just kind of sits in here nicely, and they got a little access area here to get it. And then they can throw it in here. They can pick it out with their hand and throw it in the compost bin and then bale it up like this. Then they can send it out or use whatever they're going to do with it, make bread, grind it up in the windmills. Let's go on and head up here past this massive field. Got some scarecrows in it too to keep some birds out of there. There's not too many birds out today. In fact, I haven't seen a bird in a long time. But we'll keep going, and we'll get a little fork on the road here. We can go right to the windmill, or we can go left here to that pink tree as you see it. So I'm going to take the left path first, and we'll walk down here to... Oh, there's another scarecrow. Look at that. And you can even see the ruin from here too. So this would be really nice when the whole city's done. It's going to look really good. But up here we have, in this little cove, is just kind of a relaxing area where the owner of the farm just kind of comes out to relieve the day, to just relax. And we've got a nice bloom spore effect along with the effect from the cherry leaves, which I thought really worked well together. It really looks nice. We got a lot of greenery in here. It's just a really big old cherry tree that's just been sitting here for a long time. These nice bamboo torches that they don't give off a whole lot of light, so we have some extra additional light sources in there. But these are just awesome to have. They add like a little tropical look to it. Got like a little campfire for when they want to stay out here and it gets cold. He's got some fish in the pond where he can throw some extra wheat or bread or whatever he's got to him. Probably why that one's so big. Look at him. He's got a little sitting area here where he can just sit down, and then he's got these pots that are just full of giant candles. They're just burn forever. But this area is just really just for peaceful and to relax, and I really needed to add it to get away from all of this golden grain color and add a little bit of green into it. So let's head on back and we'll go look at this windmill. We'll make our way back through the path, through all this wheat, across the bridges of water, and we'll make our way up to this just ginormous windmill. This thing is just huge. Inside is not complete. We'll go inside. It's very, very plain right now. I still have to add in the workings for a grinding wheel. When the windmill turns, it'll grind up this wheat into flour, and extra fine flour, and their specialty, which is golden flour. So that's what these windmills here are for, is actually just for grinding flour. It's not really anything else, any other use to them for this farm. Go back through, but like I said, as you can see, it was just a huge build. It was a lot of fun to build. So if you guys want to see how I build that, I also posted that in a short. Well, all these builds have mostly been put into shorts. So if you wanted to see something or miss something, you can catch up with those. We have a second windmill over here as well, right here, and we'll be getting into how I copied an exact replica of the windmill later on. I'll to show you guys how you can use a certain type of special block, very unique block, and copying one structure and posing another structure like this. I had to do some minor detailing to it, but it really didn't take a whole lot. But as you can see, it is identical in the middle, identical inside too. Like I did not have to rebuild it or build it again. This thing was able to copy and paste really quickly. So that was a nice little touch to be able to add there. Let's go on and make our way down to down this little pathway here. This is where they're going to send their wheat after they get it all baled up and it's ready to go, or their flour, extra fine flour, and golden flour. Here's another little car. As you can see, it's kind of stacked full of everything. They got an empty pot up here. It doesn't have anything in it right now, but they'll probably fill it up with something. Uh, Probably not today. I haven't seen any of the workers out today. We're also going to add some workers. So if you guys have any ideas for names on workers, let me know. Comment below. If you have a name you want to name a farmer, we can name a farmer. We'll probably put about 5 or 6 different farmers here with different dialogues and different names. Let's go on inside of this export barn. It's got a nice little drop down door here that kind of comes down with the chains and these little ball rollers, so they can close up the shop when when they're done working for the day. It's got tons of lights, lots of hay laying around. They got a little workstation here, a little map for keeping logs of stuff. This cart's almost ready to go. They're about to load up another piece of hay there. They've got a pulley system there to pull their hay, so they don't have to throw it on top of these huge carts from the ground. They can just stack them up as high as they want, and then they can send them out. But just like this customer here is getting some just regular flour, and they have lots of flour just stacked up right there, ready to go. And over here we've got some super fine flour, so it's got a little bit of a different texture to it. The back is a little more golden, and the top has golden lids to it, so you can tell that it is different type of flour than regular flour. And over here they have golden flour, which again has a different top and even just a different color, and golden super fine flour. So this is their specialty product, like where they make most of their money from. It only grows here and only can be sold from here, and it's getting dark. Up here we've got a little workstation. Up here they can kind of keep a log. They can put a book here. Might put a book here with some logs in it, just to keep track of the sales that they're making and what they're shipping out, so nothing gets lost on them. And then we'll head back down. Let's take a look out the front. As you can see too, the pot is also different. This is a heart pot instead of just a regular pot that doesn't have any kind of design on it. It's a little more fancy. So they kind of went all out for that. But they got the counterweights too, like I said, to lift the wheat and to move it over, so they don't have to throw it all the way from the ground. It's got the nice huge doors here, and they're both open wide. They'll close those doors up and lock them when it's closing time, but I think they're going to stay open a little later tonight since I'm here. We don't have anything around the outside perimeter of this. This is kind of just a export barn. Materials come in, and this is where they go out. And then make our way back over to the front here, and we've got this nice giant tree that was custom built as well. All of the trees that have kind of been placed intentionally have all been custom built. I don't place them down and bone meal them. They are all custom built. But we'll fly up here and we'll get a grander view of everything. It is night, and I did have to go through and light all of this up, so it's nice to see it in the dark, still all lit up, and you can see it like the scarecrows they've got lights on them to help, keep an eye on the field. If they wake up and hear some noises or something, maybe some monsters or maybe an animal trying to get in their stuff, they can see them too, come out and get them. But this took just a ton of time to build. Placing all of that wheat took majority of the time. It did take a lot of time. The windmill, building the first one, also took quite a bit. It took me about an hour to build that, and then about an hour each of the structures too, like the house and the barn and the silo and even the export barn. So that's 6 hours of building right there. And then we had all the time for the wheat, which took the longest amount of time. So let's make our way back out here, and we'll go through the Palisade gate again. I can lock it up and close it up for the day now that we're leaving. Let's go back into the city and take a look at what we've added in there. If you guys are enjoying these videos and want to see more long form content, please be sure to subscribe and like the video and comment also. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, actually. So I'd really like to hit that goal very soon. And, I'd like to keep doing these kind of videos for you guys and give you guys some more full form videos, a little more to chew on than the little quick shorts that I've been posting every day. But inside the city here, we added a nice rail to the bakery. Someone had said that they felt like they were going to fall off the stairs, so we had to add a rail for that. Mostly elderly people were concerned with falling, I guess. But that's just besides the point. So we added that. We added some more greenery around just to keep the area because it looked really flat. So I wanted to add more depth to it, make it look make it look like more lived in, I guess. These people didn't have lawnmowers, so the only way they were cutting their grass is either pulling it up by hand, getting an animal, or I guess cutting it with their swords. I don't really know what else they're doing with it. But we also detailed the path here too. We finished detailing it all the way up to there. The guardhouse, also we had to add rails to the guardhouse too, for safety concerns. We didn't want anybody to get hurt on that either. We have not done anything in the guardhouse yet. Kind of just figuring out what to put in there. Not exactly sure yet. We haven't had a threat yet. But when the threat does come, we'll have some stuff in there and we'll be prepared. Same thing with the guard towers too. Not decorated at all. The only thing you can do in here that is decorated is go up to the wall. If we go up here, there's a way to get to the wall. I think it's on the bottom floor. We'll have to go back down there. These are little braziers to light to warn that an enemy is coming. So if they see somebody up here while they're out here scouting around, they can light that and warn the other towers and alert the whole city that easily. Here it is. And then this path here. You can walk along the top of the wall and just follow that along. It'll take you to another guard tower. Again, this one's actually lit. So I guess they saw something. Must have been a giant fish. But none of the other ones got lit, so must not have been any real danger there. We also added 2 custom trees here to add more, because it just felt really open right here, so we had to add something to it. What else? We also added this tower over here, which again looks exactly the same thing as that one. I tried to keep all the towers looking pretty similar, pretty alike. I don't want to build different towers. I want to keep these towers not only for over here, but for over here as well. Our next project right now is we are actually going to be going and discussing what the future holds for this world. What we have, I've got a whole book of plans, and we're gonna run them by a friend of mine who I play Minecraft with. I'm gonna run some of the ideas through him and maybe show him the world too, and just see what he thinks of what the future could hold here. I've got some ideas for a custom player house where you'll pay an NPC to build a house. Give the deed work order in for building the house, and it'll build your house in sections for you, kind of like a la carte kind of thing. But that's to come in the future. Right now we've got another update coming out. I've got some more shorts to post with the trim armors that are coming out too. So if you guys have not seen the trim armors yet, check those out. They're really cool to play around with, and we're slowly getting through the leather armor. Then we'll get into the more fancy armors, the ones that everybody wants to see, like the netherite with amethyst on it and things like that. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right, take care. Wait, we have to do the cow tipper. If I can find it here. There it is. Okay. Oh, okay. We're going to do it in the air. That's fun. All right, guys. Bye-bye.